Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Birds at the Rodeo. I'm Eric, your resident Eagles fan.
I'm Orlando, the resident Cowboys fan.
Go ahead, man. Get off your chest whatever you need to get off your chest. I'm gonna let him have the floor.
I'm not gonna. This has got to be the first time in Birds in the Rodeo history that I've just been able to have a very just satisfying. It's been since we've started. The Eagles have just been on a very dominant run, and I mean, y'all swept us last year, so there hasn't been any head-to-head wins. This has been, I mean, in just the fashion the win was in. Yeah, I mean that's just not a win that the Cowboys normally that the Cowboys normally get. Mm-hmm. And the craziest part about it is to that note in itself. I mean, I woke up that morning. I was having a terrible day. Starting from the moment I woke up. My Sundays are usually like my easiest day at work. I mean, I get off. I usually get off at I kind of
pre-plan.
I get to plan my day and work my day as I want it to be, and kind of work that around the football games, and it works perfectly. And woke up to text saying that it was going to be much harder than it was supposed to be. Got there, it was even harder than they expected it to be from the text messages. It was just like, and from the moment I woke up, because me and my brother wake up around the same time for work, I was like, oh, I'm not even going to say it, but we work at the same place, so he gets explain the situation. I was like, so I'm not going to say it. Don't jinx anything, but that just lets you know what kind of day I'm.
Yes.
And so go about my day having a terrible day. I mean, I'm telling people. And so I wear a jersey when I go to work. Obviously, you know, I'm getting the usual from the people that I work with. I'll take that jersey off, this and that. But seeing a lot of different fans, because I work at a work where you can see a lot of different people. Right. So there were a lot of different fans of a lot of different teams that I was interacting with that day. And I mean, the sentiment around the league was that the Cowboys would be able to. You know, there was a lot of faith there. Like I specifically talked to a Rams fan. He had some money on the game. I think he might have been just a little bitter from the Rams' loss against you guys. Yeah. Just from the conversation we had about the game. But just going about not having the greatest day. Then the way the game started. I mean, I just thought that. I mean, even before the game started. I mean, I'm going to stores, checking out. The cashier telling me like, "Oh, have a good day," and I'm like, "Oh, I mean, I don't know. It's been a long time since the Cowboys have made a bad day a better day." Yeah. And so then finally get home. Then on top of that, I'm rushing home. Don't even get to start the game. Like at home watching. Got to start it on my phone. As I'm driving, can incriminate myself if I need to. I don't care. I'm watching that game as much as I can. Yes. So finally making home. I only missed the first couple of plays, but yeah, finally making home, and then the game starts the way it does. We immediately go 4-0, go for it with a decision that I didn't really agree with. I think that. I mean, I get it in the past. I've talked about it on this show with the defense we had before the trade deadline, where you kind of don't have much faith in them getting a stop, and you kind of have to be aggressive and go for points every chance you get. And like I said, that wasn't really a decision I agree with, but Rodeo went for it, didn't get it. Boom, Eagles score, get great field position, immediately go down, score a touchdown, 7-0. Then next drive, we're moving the ball a little bit, but not really. Then we punt again. Then the Eagles. Then at this point, y'all go down and score again, 14-0. Then we'll just kind of go. Gotta get through this. And then get the ball again. This time we are starting to drive. Then boom, Devontae Turpin fumbles. Eagles get the ball back, 21-0. Score again, 21-0. It's 21. This is the at this point we're facing with the biggest deficit. I mean of the season. I don't think we've been shut. It had been shut out at that point all season. even with the defense giving up touchdowns every drive like they have been, they were being put in terrible positions. And then, I mean, I think offensively, I think what happened to me, the kind of switch that kind of flipped was the offense just stopped shooting themselves in the foot. Were finally able to get on the scoreboard. Because I think our defense, because after giving up the last, they got 8 stops in a row. But I think they were playing well all game. I think that because on one of their touchdowns they had got to stop, and then the drive was extended by a roughing the punter penalty where the ball was tipped, and obviously that's not.
It's hard to see that in real time, but it was tipped.
And they had opportunities to stop that, but it was they had forced the punt. The ball was we were getting the ball back at that point, so. And then the other two drives that they gave up touchdowns on, like I said, one was stopped. They were put in a bad position by immediately going forward on 4th down on our first drive. The other one was they had to get thrown back on the field after Kamate Turpin fumble. So I feel like defensively they were playing lights out from start to finish. I think it was the switch was our offense just stopped shooting itself in the foot, was able to finally get in the groove, finally able to put up points. Which is exactly what we've been asking for. That our asking for our offense to not have to be perfect to win games. Yeah, asking for our offense to be able to maybe have a slow start and then get themselves into a groove and then be able to then go on to win the game. I mean, it's complementary football at its best. And that's just been something that this team has been severely lacking. And I was really proud of what I saw from that team, from Dak Prescott, from George Pickens, from the defense as a whole. I mean, CeeDee Lamb, we can talk about it. The drops, I put on my CeeDee Lamb jersey specifically, just to show that I'm not giving up on you. The crazy thing is, before the game, now it's funny because before the game, I wrote in my notes that because after the Raiders game. By outside fans, I guess I get it. The comparisons between CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, calling George Pickens the real wide receiver one. I guess they can do whatever they want, but what I don't understand is why Cowboys fans are doing it. What do we gain from comparing CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens rather than just appreciating that we have both of them and that on any given day either one can go off for 100+ yards and a touchdown or two? Why are we? What do we gain from this? It's doing. I feel like this whole because he dropped a wide open touchdown against the Raiders last game, but it was in garbage time. He had already had an amazing game, so I'm not really going to count that one against him. And then this game was bad. Before this game, I'm just going to chalk it up to a coincidence that both the games he's had where there were a lot of drops were against the Eagles. I mean, because what else could it be? This hasn't been a problem he's had all season. It's been maybe a drop every other game, which I think actually he has. I think I saw that thing. He has 9 drops, which if that's the case, 7 of them have been in the Eagles game, which means one of them was in the Raiders game, which means he has one other one throughout the entire season. Yeah. I mean, I might have to fact check that to see how many drops he has exactly. But right. I mean, like I said, I'm just gonna chalk that up to a coincidence. I'm just asking Cowboys fans to stop comparing the two. Literally, just appreciate. Like we literally spent years begging to have a wide receiver core that's on par with the Eagles, on par with the Bengals, on par with the Rams. They didn't have it. I mean, it was at that point it was Cooper Kupp and Puka. Now that it's Devontae, on par where either one can be the wide receiver one. Yeah. And now that we get one, I literally see people saying like we should move on from CeeDee and keep him. And I mean, maybe that's just due to the fact that we don't have Jordan Flock, so they're kind of scared that we don't have the ability to have both. Yeah. But I'm telling you guys, we do. We have the ability to have George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, and that's even if George Pickens gets a record-breaking contract that we don't even have to sign him to immediately.
I mean, all the talk is y'all are going to hit him with that franchise tag.
So be it. Right. That's another year with him.
Which I'm sure George Pickens does not want, but
I mean, one thing about, I don't think that there isn't jobs. There isn't much like the security in that isn't there.
Yeah.
But people frown upon the franchise tag as if it's not. Like I don't know if people want to. I think they might think it's just like a lowball offer. You get
the average of the top 5 players of your position.
Exactly. So he even if he gets franchise, he'll be getting a pretty penny on that franchise tag.
Right.
So it's not out of the realm that happens, and then we make a decision going forward, or the possibility. But Jerry they ask him about it every chance they get. He said nothing that alludes to the fact that George Pickens won't be on the team next year. He basically said that he's like the opposite. He hasn't outright said it, but he's alluded to the fact that he will be. So,
yeah. I
mean, often, at the very least, I like what I saw from this team. Where by no means this mean anything that we're guaranteed to make the playoffs, that we're guaranteed to go on a run. It was amazing what we had in that game. We're taking it week by week. We have the Chiefs coming up, and I mean,
very short week,
an insanely short week. They had 3 days to prepare. You play Sunday, you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you're playing Thursday on Thanksgiving. Yep. So, hats off to the Cowboys. Brian Schottenheimer, you really was able to rally the team. That's not a win we get with Mike McCarthy, with Jason Garrett, with any of the other coaches we've had recently. I think the culture that he's built there, the environment that he's kind of just created, and just the resiliency from the players and the leadership. I saw the sound of the sideline just came out actually that it's the behind the scenes basically of our sideline that the Cowboys media team put out after when we win games. And I mean, there was literally, hats off to Dak Prescott specifically as the leader of our team. There was never a moment that he thought that game was out of reach. Yeah. He literally down 21-0 was like, he was like, we're fine. We're still here. We got this. All we got to do is keep doing our job. That we're right where we're not right where we want to be slaying things. But, the leadership was, I've seen, it speaks true to what everyone says when they speak about Dak Prescott. Yeah. That's all we hear about is the leadership qualities he has, and it was on full display in that game, and like I said, I can't be more proud of our team, and shout out to our defense. Like I said, they've done exactly what we needed to do, asked them to do, forced turnovers, got stops. It's been night and day difference with Quentin Williams and Logan Wilson, Shamar Rova, DeMarion Overshown coming back, and I know people can say, it was just the Raiders and maybe that the Eagles' offense hasn't been playing well, but Ashton Jeanty had 7 yards, and that was one of the
Saquon that was his worst game as a Philadelphia Eagle.
So that was one of the worst games of his career, and he hasn't been having a down season, but he's still Saquon Barkley. And 22 yards is, like I said, the worst game as an Eagle, one of the worst games of his career. So, and that was the game they were. And now I will say, it does speak like that is. It was the Cowboys, credit to the Cowboys, but I'll let you speak on the one that Kevin Patullo, because only having 10 carries when you're up 21-0 is a choice in it. Yeah. But just finish up one more time, just hats off to my team, hats off to my quarterback. So that was a championship level team, and that after the defensively through the entire game, and offensively once they got into a groove. That was a team that, if that can continue, that can make a run for this playoffs. And if they can make it, who knows what can happen. Yeah. What were your thoughts on the other side?
Before I get into that, I'll say this. I guess I'll pose the question to you. I guess I don't think it should be a question of, do you move on from CeeDee Lamb? I think that's preposterous. But would you say George Pickens has been wide receiver 1A for y'all this year?
He has definitely played like the best. He has definitely
Like he's been the better receiver for y'all this year.
Yeah, and that's not
a knock on CeeDee. Like
he's been the best. He'd be the best receiver on 31 team.
Is he second in receiving right now?
Second in receiving in yards.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And I think he's third in touchdowns.
Yeah,
but because Devontae is going crazy in the red zone.
Oh yeah.
And I can't think of somebody else. I think might have 10. And he has 9.
I think Devontae Adams might already have double-digit touchdowns.
Devontae has 12.
Yeah, I thought it was 12. Yeah, I thought it was 12.
but as a complete receiver, he's playing because I think Jackson Smith and Jigba he's playing like the
best receiver
far
right now.
The best receiver. But I think George Pickens, they're the only 2 receivers over 1,000 yards right now. So there's no knock on CeeDee. He's playing better than almost every receiver in the league right now.
Yeah,
and.
I mean, that Raiders game, they both went off for over 100 yards.
Exactly. And
right? It's not like...
It doesn't have to be one or the other.
Yeah.
It doesn't, even if because part of the reason George Pickens is being able to dominate like this is because he's seen so many one-on-one coverages, although he is, even when there are multiple defenders, he's still dominant. But majority of his domination has come with one-on-one coverage.
Yeah.
That is being drawn because CeeDee Lamb is on that other side and he draws so much attention.
Right.
I think I might have said it last episode in the Raiders game, one of those first catches that George Pickens got when he was wide open, I kid you not, 4 different defenders were running with CeeDee Lamb, streaking down the field, trying to stop him from beating him over the top to where George Pickens is wide open in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
He doesn't get that if CeeDee Lamb isn't the other receiver. He doesn't get that in Pittsburgh. He doesn't get, and CeeDee Lamb he's very integral to the success of this team. I cannot stress that enough. Moving, that's not even that wouldn't even be a thought or a question. So I don't know why people even pose that. We would even if we had to pick one or the other, we'd be moving on from George Pickens because even as great as he's been, that would be. This has been his best season. Mm-hmm. And again, this isn't a knock on George Pickens, but CeeDee Lamb's worst season is on par with George Pickens' best season before this year.
Right.
So
we'll see how he finishes out this last,
it might be as good as CeeDee's best season where he had 1,700 yards and 12 touchdowns.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see. Right. And it's just like that. We'd be moving on from a career of 1,000+ yard receiver, one of the best receivers in the league, versus one great season so it'd be a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And I will say the drops have been the 2 Eagles games have been very detrimental. I feel like those were the reason we lost the first game. I think they were very close to the reason we were out of this game. Some of those drives where we weren't able to score points were directly halted by CeeDee Lamb drops, and because a part of the number of drops is when the drops are happening. It's they're almost all on 3rd down or a gotta have it 4th down play, and they're drive killers. They're almost all been drive killers. So luckily, like I said, I think it is a coincidence that it just happened to be. It is 2 games of the season that just happen to be against the same team. Yeah, I think that going forward, this won't be a problem. I think he might, in this next game against the Chiefs, I think he'll have a very dominant game. Yeah. I think we might see some defensive scheme changes where George Pickens might start seeing more of that.
Steve Spagnuolo loves to blitz. Blitz, and then more blitz. So I think CeeDee and George Pickens will absolutely get one-on-one opportunities.
Well, I'm loving those. That's music to our ears. So
now, I guess the real question is that at that point, because I'm assuming, because George Pickens he is the best receiver for y'all right now. So I'm assuming Trent McDuffie's going to follow him. Jalen Watson, their other corner. They're saying he's been playing really well this year. So, but again, one-on-one, if you have a top 15 receiver, you love one-on-ones. I was saying in our game versus y'all was like, you keep putting AJ Brown one-on-one, he's gonna win it. I don't care. I'm taking AJ Brown against the field one-on-one. Right. I'm doing that, right? So you'll take that with a CeeDee Lamb. You'll take it with this version of George Pickens that we're seeing this year. And yeah, man, Kansas City, that's going to be a very crucial game, not only for Dallas, but for Kansas City. Really, both y'all's season is on the line.
I don't think Kansas City season is on the line as much as ours.
In terms of what you think they're...
I don't think it's as much of a must-win for them as it is for us. I think they have plenty of opportunities down the line to...
Man, I mean, they're 6-5 right now. 6-5. They should have lost to the Colts. They should have lost. Daniel Jones just turned into a pumpkin down the stretch.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll talk about it later when we get to the playoff. Because I've been in the playoff machine.
For
like a day or two.
I'm not saying
stuff.
And I said it at the beginning of the season, right? But Kansas City does not look like the machine that they've been over the past couple seasons, right? I mean, even with Travis Kelce, like the fact that he's talking about he's gonna decide whether or not he's gonna play next year in March, like the fact that you're even talking about retirement in the middle of a season. To me, that's all. You're already gone, bro. Like you should be at least. You're like it's just, he doesn't look the same, and he's putting up like decent numbers. But I'm telling you, if you watch the Kansas City Chiefs, if you watch them in the past really 3 seasons, Travis Kelce has not been able to move like that. He just knows how to get open, a la Jason Witten, right? He just knows how to get open, and he's been Patrick Mahomes' guy. But even this year, they've been off sync a lot of the time. Kansas City, man, I'm not scared of a Kansas City Chiefs team right now. And I'm watching them and I ask the question, like, what is it going to look like post Andy Reid? Because I feel like whenever Travis Kelce retires, and I feel like it should be after this year, I feel like Andy Reid's like not that far behind him. So like the real question for me when it comes to the Chiefs is, what are the Chiefs going to look like post Andy Reid? Like, how are you going to retool this thing? Because Patrick Mahomes is only 30. Right, but I mean, and it's funny. What's the question I asked myself too? I was like, did we even see or experience Patrick Mahomes in his prime, or did we see it, a flash of it, his first year starter? Right, he threw for 50 touchdowns. I think he threw for 5,000 yards, or at least 4,500 yards that first season. Like, it was insane. Right, we experienced that. And then ever since then, he's been slowly but surely trickling off, right? Have we even experienced Patrick Mahomes in his prime?
Man, I mean, I think he's been in his prime since.
But is this his prime? Because he's tailed off ever since that, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's been up and down.
I mean, he hasn't been nowhere close to that first year starting. And I know Tyreek Hill left after a couple seasons and everything, but like I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, to me, there's a lot of questions in the air when it comes to Kansas City. But that's going to be a very good game on Thanksgiving, and hopefully they treat us well with that one. I'll make one more point before I get in on whether my team can get his head out of his own rear end to fix this season. When we talked about George Pickens and the franchise tag, I mean, you hear a lot of players talk about why they don't like it because, yes, while you are making a huge lump sum like right away, like you said, there's no security in that. And the problem with the franchise tag is teams can use it multiple years on you, right? So George Pickens, if they don't come to an extension, an agreement long term for next year, franchise tag them, cool. If that happens again next year, they can franchise tag them again. And it's like, man, like you're playing chicken with me when I could have gone on the market and got a real contract. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the frustration. I mean, you said it multiple times. It seems like y'all's cap space will be very adequate to sign a George Pickens.
Absolutely.
Right? So, I mean, really, I guess the question just comes to, like, how much do you think George Pickens is worth right now? How old is George Pickens? He's 25? Like, super young. I mean, you're paying CeeDee. What's CeeDee making? Like 35 a year?
Something like that.
Something, yeah. Like, I mean, George Pickens, give him a cool, like, well, what, 28, 30? I'll give him a 30.
He's only 24.
George Pickens, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, give him between 25 and 30 a year. I think y'all can come to an agreement. I do agree with you, though. I think it is way more likely that George Pickens plays one season as a Dallas Cowboy than CeeDee Lamb being traded.
Yeah.
That's not even. Y'all might as well get that out your head right now. That's never happening. Okay. So you kind of mentioned it. For me, our game, it was a tale of two halves, right? In the first half, us, the Eagles, capitalized on Dallas's mistakes. Y'all were shooting yourselves in the foot a lot. And we capitalized, man. We took advantage of short fields. We took advantage of whatever you want to call it, referee mistakes, whatever, blown calls, whatever, missed calls, whatever. We took advantage of it, got a 21-zip, right? Passing game is going crazy. Jalen Hurts is playing really well. Running game still non-existent, right? That was the first half. Second half, totally different team came out that tunnel. We shot ourselves in the foot so many times with penalties, mental mistakes. Like I said, we couldn't run the ball to save our lives. Saquon Barkley couldn't run the ball to save his life. Our defense did as well as they could, right? Like that was a perfect example of a great defense putting a Band-Aid on a bad offense for as long as they could, right? As long as they could. I mean, man, I don't even... I keep saying it. I'm going to sound like a broken record. It is screaming 2023 all over again. It is screaming it all over again. I mean, man, I don't even... Like I put on the rundown, is Philly free falling? And people be like, "Are you crazy for saying that after one loss in our last 6 or 7?" So sure, I won't say free falling. Is the free falling about to happen? Maybe, right? We got the Chicago Bears on also a short week. Y'all got 3 days of prep. We got 4. We played them Black Friday, right? In Philly, but Chicago is surging. Caleb Williams is balling out right now. Nick Sirianni came out today. He hasn't even contemplated changing offensive play calling. He is even on record saying he thought Kevin called a great game. That's exactly what he said. It's funny because I talked to an Eagles fan at the tailgate I worked this past weekend because there's an Eagles fan that works there, one of the other vendors, right? And, I'm speaking to him about it. I'm trying to see where his head's at because I'm like, maybe I'm being too pessimistic, right? Maybe I just need to hear somebody else's perspective and see where they're at, right?
Yeah.
And he offered a lot of optimism. I asked him, I was like, do you really think we're going to get this fixed before the season's over? He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, Jeffrey Lurie and Howie, they're not going to let that happen, right? And, I expressed to him like, oh, man, I don't know, dude. Like, Kevin Matullo, Nick Sirianni, they're really good friends. And I think Nick Sirianni's letting that blind him a little bit in terms of how he's handling this. Yeah. Right. And yeah, man, he just said like, no, like we're going to figure it out. Like I'm telling him like, yeah, we're going to figure it out in the off season when we get bounced in the divisional round. Right. Because that's exactly what I'm anticipating. Man, I don't even... Like, it's so many things, right? Like, Cam Jurgens, our Pro Bowl center, right? Jason Kelsey's era replacement. He's been playing bad this year. He's also been playing hurt this year. And I think he just needs to sit, right? Andrew Makuba, our star rookie safety, he fractured his ankle. I wouldn't even, literally.
Prayers up, man.
Yeah. It's going to require surgery. They don't have a timetable on it. I'm going to say this right now. Andrew Makuba don't need to play again this season. Don't even rush that back because we're not doing nothing. Cam Jurgens, dog, he's not healthy. He hasn't been healthy probably since the first week, right? He's been dealing with leg issues, I think a core issue. Like, he has been playing hurt, right? He'll start a game, he'll miss a couple, and he'll start, and he'll get pulled because he gets hurt again, right? Just sit, Cam. It's not a good season for you. You're not looking right. And our offense, I mean, we're suffering for that too, right? He's literally like one of the lowest graded pass blocking centers right now. But he's not bad. He's playing hurt, right? When you play hurt, your performance dwindles, right?
For sure.
Yeah, man. Again, our offense, it's piss poor. Can't run the ball, passing game. I mean, again, the way I phrased it for us in the second half, like, we got bailed out by AJ and Devontae a couple times. Like that's the only way I can describe it, right?
Yeah, they're just really good.
Yeah, just better offense beating good defense. You know what I'm saying? Our passing game is predictable, but we just have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, guys that can beat predictability, right? Like their greatness is going to overshadow our predictability at moments, right? Which they did. But again, we cannot run the football. We're not getting Tank Bigsby the ball enough. I love Tank Bigsby. He's been our best running back in terms of yards per carry this season. You see when Saquon can't get it going, Tank Bigsby, he'll find a hole. He'll make something happen. He just has, right? And that's not a knock on Saquon Barkley. I would love it to be where Tank Bigsby can come in and just spell Saquon. Like, because, again, you can have a Saquon, you can have a Derrick Henry, you can have a Jonathan Taylor, you can have a Christian McCaffrey, whatever. You still need guys to come in and spell them for maybe a drive, maybe two, whatever, in the course of a game. Yeah. Right? I really think Tank Bigsby has that capability. I think he can be that guy for us. He just hasn't been given the chance. Man, it's screaming 2023 all over again, man. It's screaming 2023 all over again. You know, the report about like people in the affiliate organization, you know, not being happy with Jalen Hurts. You know, stuff came out later about that. Like apparently it was some players and coaches, but I'm not even like I'm not even giving that stuff any credence. Okay. Jalen Hurts is the franchise guy. You hear everybody, now granted, they could be saving face, whatever, but you hear everybody talk about how great of a leader he is, how great of a teammate he is, and how unselfish he is. Jalen Hurts, every time Jalen Hurts speaks, he just talks about how he just wants to win. He'll do whatever it takes to win the football game, right? Man, it's tough, dog. It's tough. Like, we suck. I had people text me after the game like, oh, man, that game was crazy. I just told them, like, we suck, man. Like, it's nothing to say. I've been saying this all season. We've all been saying it all season, right? Offense has been stagnant, lackluster, piss poor. We can't run the football to save our life. We just came off a rushing for 2,000 yards, and we can't run the football to save our lives, right? Like, we only replaced one starter on the offensive line, Mekhi Becton. And don't get me wrong, I wish we could have kept Mekhi, but I do not think losing Mekhi was like such a huge like loss for us, to which the running game should just like become non-existent. When you have Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts, the running game is non-existent. And oh, by the way, in this Dallas game, that's when you decide to start using a couple design runs for Jalen Hurts. Like that now, 11 weeks into the season, that's when you decide to start doing that? Yeah, man. I am super out on Kevin Patullo. I've been out on Kevin Patullo. I'm seeing a lot of people come for Nick Sirianni. And while, like, yeah, deservedly so, like, you can come for Nick Sirianni, I'm not going to sit here and say he needs to go. You know, the man's been a proven winner ever since we hired him. Right. He's had his lumps. He's had his bumps and bruises. I do not think this is going to get fixed until the offseason. Nick Sirianni literally came out and said today, Kevin Patullo is the offensive coordinator. He's not changing play calling duties. So it's not going to change until the offseason. It's not. And do I think this is the start of the free fall? Yes. Do I think this is 2023 all over again? Yes. And it stings, man, because we literally have like the most expensive offense in the NFL, and we're just treating it like it's a piece of Play-Doh that we don't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, we'll put a piece here, we'll put a piece there, whatever, man. It's maddening. It's frustrating. It's exhausting. And I'll keep saying it because, I mean, was AJ wrong? Because every week it seems to be he's proven more and more right. And let me say this too. Y'all keep talking to this man about all this stuff. Y'all keep asking him about the frustrations he's already expressed. I mean, I'm seeing it in his press availability. I'm seeing it when he talks to the media. He is tired. He is tired of talking about this, bro. Like if he hasn't asked for a trade already, he's going to at this point. Just because y'all won't shut up. Like, he already expressed how he feels. Do you think he's happy with how the offense is performing? No. I mean, AJ had a great game against Dallas. Do you think he's happy with the end results? No.
He's probably thinking he could have done more to contribute.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. It's just, God, man, it's maddening, and it's frustrating when you watch your former offensive coordinator Shane Steichen for 3 quarters, because the Colts dropped that game against the Chiefs. For 3 quarters, call a tremendous game. He's getting the ball out to all his guys, Michael Pittman Jr., Tyler Warren, Ashton Doolin. Everybody's eating. Jonathan Taylor didn't have the greatest game, but everybody is eating. The creativity and the flowing of offense was beautiful to watch. And I've been saying that for so long, man. I was like, everybody's like, I miss Kellen Moore. I'm like, I miss Shane Steichen.
Yeah.
That's what I miss. That's who I miss. And golly, man, it's nauseating at this point, dude. It's just so nauseating. It's so frustrating. I can't, we've said it all. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. At this point, I'm getting annoyed with like other Philly fans, like, because it's like, dude, like, I can't, man. I can't, like, it's crazy. I can't, bro. I can't. It's, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Like I said, I think it's 2023 all over again. I think maybe we squeak out a win against the Bears because their defense is just that bad. Their defense hasn't been that good. And they got a lot of injuries.
I was about to say, yeah, they're really
They got a lot.
Now.
They lost like their entire starting linebacker core. Jalen Johnson, I think he's out again. So they got a lot of injuries on defense. They haven't been that good on that side of the ball. So maybe we squeak out a win. Maybe. But I'm really anticipating first round and exit stage right for the Philadelphia Eagles this year. And yeah, man, you can't. I just. There's no way you can watch this offense come out and perform Sunday after Sunday and tell me we're going to figure it out, or tell me like it's going to be okay because we're winning games.
Yeah, it's too deep in the season.
Come on, man. It's too late for that, bro. It's too late for that. It's supposed to be complimentary football, especially at this point in the season. Like, you should be playing your best football right now, like the Los Angeles Rams.
Right.
And instead, we are just patching it together week after week. Right? I'm so tired of Nick Sirianni saying, like every game is going to look different and all this and that. And I'm like, yeah. Don't you think 11 games into the season, your offense should have an identity?
It should have some type of consistency.
Something. We don't have consistency in anything. So, yeah, man, hats off to the Dallas Cowboys because, the second half came. Y'all played to win. We played to lose. Y'all played to win. We played to lose.
And one more thing before we move on, I just want to I think that game kind of cements, like, the idea that, like, wins and comebacks and things like that shouldn't just be credited to the quarterback. Like, Dak Prescott played amazing. He did everything he could.
Yeah.
But that comeback isn't possible without a complete
defense.
shutout.
Yeah.
They couldn't have gave up a single point, not a field goal, not a touchdown. And our offense did what they did, and we still win that game. We might have, at best, would have went to overtime.
Yeah.
And they gave up a field goal.
Yeah.
They didn't give up a single point, which allowed us to be able to win that game. And things like that, I just feel like always need to be looked at and need to be taken into context and need to be credited properly. Because, it's almost disrespectful to not even to just come on here and be like, Dak Prescott, he carried us, he put us on his back. Mm-hmm. He just did that because it was everything. It was all of the team. Everybody who did what they did, mm-hmm. It was needed. CeeDee, even without those drops, that bomb catch he had, the 75-yard CeeDee Lamb did have, we all needed that. It was a complete team effort that needs to properly be acknowledged, and I wanted to state to do that everybody deserves credit for that comeback win.
Yeah, 1,000%. I will give it to the Dallas Cowboys. Hats off to them, man. I don't know if this is the start of a run for this year. I don't know. We'll see how y'all do against Kansas City on Thursday. Because who do y'all have after?
Then we have the Detroit Lions.
Yeah,
Yep, we have.
If you can, I mean, there's a scenario in which y'all win both those games.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's very possible. I think that
Even if you split.
I mean, the Lions, they should have just lost.
They should have lost to the
Giants.
Yes, they should have.
And so, I mean, these are definitely two very beatable teams, and I feel like they are two of the hardest teams on our remaining schedule. And
yeah,
with our playoff hopes, they're very. I personally think we would probably have to win out
to have a chance. Absolutely.
That's just my part. A lot of people seem to think we can lose a game, maybe split between the Lions and Chiefs. I don't really think that's possible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we just go talk about like the NFC playoff picture. Like it's the way it's like ramping up to come down to the end of the season. There's going to be a lot of teams in that hunt.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we need to, like I said, we need to be able to win out. That will put us at 11-5-1. That's a real long shot.
Yeah.
And I mean, you got to look at right now I know the Lions, the Packers, the Bears, the 49ers, the Rams, the Seahawks. These are all teams that are all fighting for wild card spots.
Well, the Bears are divisional leaders right now.
Well, they're division leaders in there, but the teams that like the Bears, they're still fighting. They're fighting to hold that spot.
Yeah. Well, it might not be that hard, man. I mean, Detroit.
I mean, they still have to play the Packers twice.
Yeah. I trust the Bears right now more than the Packers.
I mean, we'll see the Packers, like the Lions, even with the Rams, they have to play the Seahawks. Like
I think the Rams have the Seahawks number. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's all.
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. But I mean, the Rams. I'm not. I mean, that's a lock. Us. I mean, if you want to call us a lock, whatever, just for seeding wise, sure. But
well, I think the division leaders. I think obviously if y'all were to, because if we were to in this scenario win out for our playoff chances, as long as y'all go 4-2, y'all win the division.
Yeah.
So that would lock it.
Because you split with the Giants, you split with y'all. I'm not tripping. Have we played Washington? I don't think we played Washington.
No, y'all still play them twice.
Yeah.
Y'all play the Bills. Y'all play the Chargers. Y'all play Washington twice. Y'all play and the Giants.
No, we played the Giants twice already. I don't know. I forgot who we got. Hold on. Sorry, I'm pulling up the.
You already got y'all's rematch against the Giants?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot. I can pull up our schedule in a second. So, like, right now, in the NFC seeding, it's the Rams first, the Eagles second, Bears third, Bucks fourth. Wow. Bucks are still fourth.
Well, because they're
first in the side. Yeah. Seahawks fifth, Packers sixth, 49ers seventh. On the bubble, the Lions eighth, Panthers ninth, y'all 10th. Atlanta ain't making it. Yeah. None of these teams. Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like a lot would have to happen for y'all to make it. Because I mean, if the Bucks, they're 6-5 right now. If they finish 11-5, right? See, they're 8-3. Packers 7-3-1. No NFL game should ever end in a freaking overtime, especially the regular season. But it's a story for another day. Yeah, man. I mean, a lot would have to happen for y'all.
Yeah,
I mean,
y'all have the Bears, y'all have the Commanders twice, the Bills, the Chargers, and then the Raiders. Those y'all last week's opponents.
Yeah, I mean, we'll win a couple of those games, but that'll be solely on our defense, man. I don't trust our offense right now. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not. I mean,
y'all need to go 4-2 to lock up the division. Yeah.
I can't tell you we'll do that. I can't. I'm taking things one week at a time. But like I know the writing's on the wall. I've seen this show before. I know what's about to happen. And if I'm wrong, I'll gladly come on here and say I was wrong. But I do not think I am. But yeah, a lot would have to happen for y'all to squeeze into the playoffs, man.
So do you think y'all beat the Bears?
I don't know. Like I said, if we do it because of our defense and because their defense is so – I mean, like I said, their defense has been bad. all season, and the injuries just keep piling up for them. Golly, man. I mean, if we can't run the foot, because here's the thing: like Caleb Williams, he's been playing lights out. Their offense is moving up and down the field. Ben Johnson has them humming right now. So if we can't run the ball, like legit, if we cannot run the ball enough to just run some clock, right? If we can't even do that against the Bears, nah, man. It's hard, bro. Like honestly, like there's a lot, and I know, right? That everybody loves to talk about how Philly blocks out the noise and all this and that, but it's a lot of noise coming out of Philly right now, and not good noise, right? And on a short week, an extra short week, you would like to think that Nick Sirianni would have this team ready to come out and destroy the Bears in Philly on Black Friday, right? You would love to think that he's going to have these boys ready to go to bounce back from that embarrassing loss, right? I mean, you could argue that's the most embarrassing regular season loss of Nick Sirianni's tenure as the Philadelphia Eagles head coach. You would like to think that. Do I think that? I don't know. I really don't know. If I had to pick right now, I'll say we win, but I'm not going to be impressed. I'm not. Like, it'll probably be a tight game.
Well, I think it's so. Since the Bears' dominating win against us in Week 3, which was their first win of the season, they have a 1-point win against the Raiders, a 1-point win against the Commanders, a 5-point win against the Bengals that was 47-42.
Yeah.
A 4-point win against the Giants, a 2-point win against the Vikings, a 3-point win against the Steelers. Literally all of their games have been half a possession.
Right.
Yeah.
No, like this, you would think for a game for an offense that needs to get right, this would be the get right game. Right. Also, the Giants game was the get right game, which we did, but we still couldn't run the ball enough. That's why I said I'm still not convinced, right? I said that when we got our get back against the Giants the second game. Yeah, but again, it'll probably be a game that comes down to the wire. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to be sold on anything I see in the slightest. I know I'm not. I've seen this show before. So yeah, we probably squeak it out. I'll say we squeak it out probably 21-17 because we haven't been putting up that many points. We put up 21 in the first half against y'all. I'm like, I'm still saying watching. I'm like, okay, can we get the run game going? Right? Like, can we do that? Because if we can, then we can really get a stranglehold of this game.
Right.
And we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it to save our lives. So, sure, I'll throw it out there, 21-17, but it's going to be more of the same, man. Like I said, I've seen this show before. 2023, it's so evident that this is 2023 all over again. It's not even funny. So, yeah. Do we beat the Bears? Sure, 21-17, but I won't be surprised if we drop it. I won't be surprised when the offense is still piss poor and everybody's still calling for Kevin Patullo's job. People are going to start calling for Nick Sirianni's job. It's going to be more of the same, man. More of the same. So we'll see about that. But, yeah, man, speaking of teams that are poised to make a run long term, man, look, I mentioned them earlier, the Los Angeles Rams, man, we spoke about the MVP race last week.
Yep. And
I heard your point about Drake May. Drake May had an okay game this past week. I forgot who they played. Cincy. They played Cincy.
Right.
Had a so-so game. Matthew Stafford balled out against, I will say, depleted Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you right now. Watching Matthew Stafford play, I think, right now, I think Matthew Stafford's the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
He's for sure. He has 30 touchdowns and two
interceptions. He's thrown 27 touchdowns since his last interception.
It's insane, actually. He's for sure the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Like, you put it right on the board. It's his MVP to lose.
Mm-hmm.
His team. He has his team as number one. Are they number one?
They're the number one seed right now.
Number one seed, trending towards being able to dominate for the rest of the season. I mean, there's nothing much more to say.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that Rams team again. We beat them off a blocked field goal. I don't want to see that Rams team again, dude.
Right. Like they should be. They be 10-1. They're a blocked field goal away from being 10-1.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, dude. Matthew Stafford, and I mean, I guess I'll ask you this because that's a lot of the narrative with Matthew Stafford, right? Is he hitting that Hall of Fame arc for you? Like right now where he is in his career with the Rams? Like it's already been 5 years. This is his 5th season with the Rams. It doesn't even feel like that.
I already think he is a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
I think if he retired right now, he'd get in.
Yeah. I don't know. Like if you pulled Matthew Stafford, like if you covered his face, right, and you just showed his numbers and said, look at that over, what is it, 2025? He's been in the league, what? He got drafted in, what, 2010?
Oh, no, I think.
2009, it's 2025, 16-year career, right? Like if you look at his numbers, don't show the face, don't show the name, but you just look at the numbers, you'd say Hall of Famer.
Yeah, for sure.
You say Hall of Famer, but then I don't know. You look at it. Not one All Pro, not one Pro. But he'll get an All Pro this year. Like he'll get that this year.
Absolutely.
But not once before. Not once before.
Yeah.
Depending on who's talking about it, his time in Detroit was his fault. It was Detroit's fault. To me, I think it's some of both. Right. I mean, he got drafted to the worst team in football. Right, but towards his later years in Detroit, they had some team. I mean, he did have, in my opinion, Calvin Johnson's at least a top 3 greatest receiver of all time. I mean, he did have Calvin Johnson his whole career. Right. He did have a young surge in defense with Ndamukong Suh, Nick Farley, and them boys. Right, like he did have a team for a couple of seasons, and they did make the playoffs. What, 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, he made the playoffs 3 times as a Lion.
Right. So, yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think if Matthew Stafford, I think for me, if he got one more Super Bowl, I think that probably cements it for me. Like to be like, okay, you know what? Yeah, it's like. I'm not going to deny, like I said, dude is, like, talent-wise as a quarterback, crazy. Like, insane. Like, he was doing the no-look passes before Mahomes. But nobody wants.
It's honestly crazy when he does it.
Yeah, nobody talks about that. Because Patrick Mahomes is just sexier to talk about it when he does it. But, yeah, man, I mean, regardless of how you feel about him and his career as a whole, right now, Matthew Stafford is the best quarterback in football. And I think he's going to take home his first MVP and really his first
accolade,
right? Because
he has a couple Pro Bowls.
Does he? Oh, yeah. I didn't. Okay, maybe I misheard that. I heard he never made a Pro Bowl. Or I think I heard he made a Pro Bowl as an alternate. Maybe that's what it was. But yeah,
he has 2.
Yeah. No All Pros, but he's gonna get that this year. I think it's gonna be his MVP, man. If he keeps this up, man, kudos to Sean McVay, man. I mean, that dude is a genius. Like on the offensive side of the ball, he is just scheming. It's insane.
Because it's not like Matthew Stafford is just known for protecting the ball and just a low number. Oh no,
yeah.
He's been just like a turnover machine, but it's never been like this.
That Super Bowl run, Jaquiski Tartt dropped that interception.
Right.
And Jaquiski Tartt dropped that interception. So, yeah, man. I mean, again, no matter where you stand with Matthew Stafford in his whole career in terms of body of work, I mean, you got to give it to him right now, man. He's playing the best football of his career. Shout out to him. Shout out to Puka Nacua. Shout out to Devontae Adams, who, even though he seems like he's a step past his prime, I mean, the dude is still balling. Like, he'll probably get All-Pro second team just because of the amount of touchdowns he's going to end the season with.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, because Puka, I think he has like 300 or 400 more yards than him, but like, I mean, Devontae Adams has.
Right now it'd be Jackson Smith and Jigba and George Pickens
First
team, and then Devontae and
man,
I'd have to look.
would it be Devontae and Puka?
That'd be crazy.
I mean, we you know the Rams back then, right, with the greatest show on turf.
Maybe Amon Ra, because if you give it to Devontae, you got to give it to Puka. Yeah, because he's third in yards.
Yes,
and he only has 4 touchdowns, but still.
It's the Rams are standing on business. They are standing on business. Their defense is young. Shout out to Chris Shula, a young descendant of the great Don Shula,
right,
leading that Rams defense, man. Yeah, the Rams are the team to beat. The Rams are the team to beat. Matthew Stafford, it's his MVP to lose. And it'll be exciting to see how they finish this season because, I mean, he's at 30 touchdowns, 2 interceptions right now, man.
They got a couple easy games coming up.
You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be fun watching this Rams team. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be fun watching them ball. But flipping the script, going from teams that are surging and quarterbacks winning MVPs, let's talk about a team that is trying to find their quarterback however which way they can. That is the Cleveland Browns, of course. Yeah, Shador is getting the nod again versus the 49ers after a okay game, in my opinion. Okay. He played okay.
Better than Dylan Gabriel.
But
that's all that matters.
No, I know, but to me, it's not even about that. It's just dude played okay. Completed 11 or 20 passes, 209 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. You know what I'm saying? That's an okay game.
Yeah.
It's an okay game. It's not great. It's not bad. It's okay.
It's better than most 5th-round picks, actually.
He played okay. That's you know what I'm saying. I'm not getting too high. I'm not getting too low. But I mean, man, I mean the amount of discourse coming out on this, right? Whether it's people giving Kevin Stefanski crap for not giving Shador the game ball. Miles Garrett talking about the throw he made to Jerry Jeudy. He was like, I've never seen, only a few people can make that throw. And there are people 1,000% rooting for Shador Sanders' downfall. 1,000%. I just need to see more.
Yeah.
I just need to see more. I kind of wish Shador would have, and I guess, Shador's going to be Shador through and throughout, right? So I guess I'll respect him for that. He's him talking about, what did he say? There are people, what did he say?
He said a lot of people want to see me fail. It's
right.
not going to happen.
Yes. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's see what you do next week, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. We'll see, man. I mean, is he going to do enough for the next however many games he gets to start, right? Because if he plays horrible against the 49ers, he's getting pulled. Whether you think it's fair or not, it's probably going to happen, right? Whatever he does to finish out this season, is he going to do enough to dissuade the Cleveland Browns from drafting whoever they have with one of the top 3 picks next year?
No, he needs to leave the Cleveland Browns. Because because I've been no stranger. I adamantly think that not only is the Browns organization, they didn't for some reason they did not want him to succeed. They have never given him a chance to before in the first time he even got to play before the Raiders game. Mm-hmm. He had never even taken snaps with the first team as the backup quarterback. And Cam Newton, the question he asked, everyone's always he was the backup. Well, did Dylan Gabriel get snaps? Did reps with the starters when Joe Flacco was a quarterback?
Right.
Absolutely, he did.
Yeah.
And it's they haven't been putting him in a position to succeed.
Right.
And I think the league as a whole, just allowing him to drop as much as he did, and then it being the organization that drafted him being the Browns, is quite literally just setting up his career to fail.
Yeah.
It's giving him as the bare minimum of an NFL chance that you could possibly give him.
Yeah.
Just to see him fail, because we named the quarterback that has succeeded with the Cleveland Browns. That there's a reason they've had 49 starting quarterbacks since the 1960s or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not the quarterbacks; it is the organization.
Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with you in terms of Cleveland not having his best interests in mind. I mean, and it's crazy because, I mean, you mentioned Cam Newton talking about, like, that's coaching malpractice for them to not have him getting reps with the first team. But then you have other former NFL players talking about, like, no, like that doesn't happen that often. I don't know. You got guys on both sides talking about that,
I feel
right?
like
So you can't.
if it, like in the situation,
I feel like he should have been getting reps. There's no way he should have been getting reps.
in a situation like this, Joe Milton get a lot of reps with the starters in Dallas? No, probably not, because Dak Prescott is a stud. He's our guy.
Yeah.
And Joe Milton's only going to play in case of an emergency.
Right.
But when there's a quarterback competition and it's not as much of a competition, but it's not. Dylan Gabriel isn't solidified.
Right.
They should be still switching in and out of it.
Right. I think in Cleveland's mind, which again, Andrew Berry and company, they do not know what they're doing. That's been very evident since Deshaun Watson. In their mind, it was never a competition. Dylan Gabriel was going to be their guy regardless, right? In their mind. Again,
that's because coaching out, because he wasn't their guy going. He was only their guy.
I'm with you
because Joe Flacco was the guy, and
then they brought in Kenny Pickett, and then all that. I'm with you on that, right? Like, there's no reason, especially when you have two. First of all, you know, Andrew Whitworth talked about this. A lot of former NFL guys talked about this. Why, like, in no world should there be two rookies as quarterbacks on your roster and you not have a veteran in there. Like,
right.
Joe Flacco should have never been traded, and certainly not to a division rival.
Right. Who's trying to keep their season?
Right. That should have never happened. Right. But no, I'm with you. Like, it should have absolutely been Dylan running and then Shador running, and then just seeing who's performing better and who's gonna get the start. Right. Like, again, I'm not a believer in, because that old saying rings true. Right. If you have two quarterbacks, you have none. Right.
Yeah.
But if you're the Cleveland Browns, you're trying to find out if Dylan or Shador shows you enough to not draft a Drew Aller or Lenore Sellers or Fernando Mendoza with the top 3 pick you're about to have, right? Like,
I think they definitely do that.
What do you mean?
Draft a quarterback.
No, 1,000%. Unless, like, Shador went on a crazy run.
Yeah.
A crazy run, right? Yeah, no, I just need to see more, man. I need to see more Shador. I need to see more.
Sure.
I need to see more. I'm not gonna say one way or the other. I mean, you're probably right though. I mean, Cleveland, golly, man, it's funny because I found myself defending Kevin Stefanski before, but like, I mean, I can't defend his actions when it comes to Shador Sanders, right? I mean, to not give him any reps with the ones, it's just that is coaching malpractice in my opinion.
Yeah.
To not give him a game ball or to barely acknowledge him for his first start as a rookie and making history with the Cleveland Browns being the first quarterback to win their first start with Cleveland, like,
right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's very evident. They talked about it, like the Andrew Berry in the front office, they wanted Shador. Kevin Stefanski did not. That's been the talk coming out of Cleveland. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. There's people talking like Shador, he could get cut this season, which I mean probably because I don't know what his contract is. Being a 5th-round draft pick, but I mean you might be right, man. Here's the thing is though, and with his drafting and everything, right? Like, because I mean, reportedly the Eagles were interested in bringing him in. The Ravens were definitely interested.
I think that was a mistake for sure.
Telling them no? Yeah, because, I mean, yeah. I mean, look, man, if you got a chance to sit behind Lamar Jackson and just learn.
Right.
You might not, you literally will probably never sniff the field in Baltimore, but if you learn under him.
And then you might, because he's been injured.
Right.
Right. Not even just this season like that. Tyler Huntley has played pretty much at least a couple games each the last few seasons.
Right. So, yeah, that was a mistake on Shadour's part. Him and his camp saying no to that opportunity. So, yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see. Will Shador, carry whatever momentum he feels like he has into San Francisco? Maybe. I mean, I just watched them, beat up on a Carolina Panthers team. I still have hope for Bryce Young. I'm seeing flashes. He's missing some plays. His receivers are dropping balls now. It's just, they got to figure it out. They're not running the balls efficiently as they were before. Really, I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised Rico Dowdle's not starting anymore because he was kind of starting to go off for them.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because, Chuba Hubbard came back in and they just, plugged and played him back in the starting lineup. But I think they should have rolled out him or Rico personally. But
right.
San Fran, we'll see. Brock Purdy, that man threw 3 picks.
Yeah.
Did you watch that game?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was not good. It was not good at all. Christian McCaffrey carrying the load. So yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see what Cleveland can do against San Fran, and maybe we'll be back on here next week talking about like Shador's actually building steam, or they definitely need to go bring in Fernando Mendoza or whoever they take. We'll see, man. Only time will tell with that. But
one more thing about the quote about he said, "Oh, people want to see me fail, and it's not going to happen." That was just the end of his quote.
Yeah,
where he first gave credit to his teammates, gave credit to God, his family.
Yeah,
literally just was very thankful and humble about the entire experience, and then ended it with some confidence in what he can do for himself.
Yeah,
and it just goes back to the point where for some it's. I know the reason, but for some weird reason, people are just heavily preying on his downfall, want to see him fail, and they'll see something like that and call it arrogance. But when you see Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbull running around with chains and headbutting each other, and J.J. McCarthy calling himself 9 and stuff, that's seen as confidence.
I gotta say this as a Michigan man.
I actually wanted to talk about
JJ.
Yeah,
we can. I'll say this. As a Michigan man, J.J. McCarthy, my national championship winning quarterback, stop calling yourself 9, bro. Please. You have not earned that in the slightest. And with that, I'll flat out say it. I'm not going to say I was wrong about J.J. McCarthy because the jury is still out. It's very early in his career.
I disagree. I think it's done. I don't think he's.
I'm not going to say that. But listen. Is he playing poorly? Yes. Not running from that. It is his first 5 games in the NFL.
Well, do I think that because for example, because somebody responded to what Shador did, and they were kind of saying something
they were saying that J.J. McCarthy.
No, well, someone was basically saying that nobody's praying on Shador's downfall. He just wasn't that good. He just didn't play that well.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, there are quarterbacks who make entire career off not playing well. So do I think J.J. McCarthy's career is just over? No. But I don't think he'll be that great quarterback going forward. I think he might have potential to maybe have like a sort of a resurgence somewhere like Sam Darnold, in the sense that it didn't work out in a lot of places, but he just kind of needed to find a groove somewhere. Yeah. Or maybe like Daniel Jones, where it was just a bad organization where it was at, and get him with a great play caller like Shane Steichen and a great team around him, a great running back with like Jonathan Taylor, and it'd look a lot better. But in terms of where he's at right now, what he'll do for the Vikings in the near future, I don't think it'll be what Vikings fans want it to be. Yeah,
I'll say if the rest of the season plays out how he's been, right, very inconsistent, very up and down, showing flashes here and there, yeah, they'll definitely bring somebody in next year to have a full-fledged quarterback competition. I will also say again, because I've said this before and I'll say it again, right? J.J. McCarthy, for a couple of the games he started, like, played with a piss-poor backup offensive line, right, running for his life. Aaron Jones was out. They couldn't run the ball to save their life, right? Jordan Addison was out a couple of games because of suspension, right? So when you do that, you can triple team Justin Jefferson, right? He was not playing under the best circumstances. Kevin O'Connell was not calling great games at the start of the season. He wasn't. So I will lay that all out there. J.J. McCarthy's not playing great ball right now. He's not. I haven't watched the Vikings a lot recently, so I can't tell you like what I'm seeing, but he's not playing good ball right now, man. It's tough, man, because that's my guy, right? Like that's my quarterback. Like I said, I'm not punting on him yet. You know, even like in Minnesota, right? Like some guys just need to sit for a little bit, and that's okay, right? Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, like some guys just need to sit for a couple years,
right?
And like get some seasoning on them, right? And just figure out the NFL game. And I mean, he was recovering from a torn ACL. Like it wouldn't have shocked me in the slightest had the Vikings opted to bring back Sam Darnold on a franchise tag, right? Like come back one more year, see if we can build this momentum, keep building JJ, let him really take his time to get ingratiated in the offense and everything. Like I wouldn't have been surprised if they went that route. And in hindsight, 2020, they probably should have went that route.
Especially,
But yeah, J.J. McCarthy's not playing great ball right now, but I'm not punting on his NFL future. I'm not even punting on his future with the Minnesota Vikings, man. Like I said, in college, I saw the dude make every throw when he was asked to make every throw. Now, again, he came from a Jim Harbaugh offense. I mean, Jim Harbaugh had Andrew Luck, right? He has Justin Herbert now. Like, even those guys, he didn't let throw the football like that because he doesn't do that. You know what I'm saying? If Jim Harbaugh could run the ball every down of every game, if he could run the football every offensive snap, he would. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Yeah, JJ, I hope you figure it out, man. I really do. I hope he figures it out.
We have the Vikings in a few weeks. Might be going to that game. We'll see.
And it's in Dallas? Mm-hmm. Okay, I was like, you going to Minnesota?
Yeah, absolutely. Minnesota in December. No, thank you.
So, yeah, I mean, I'll definitely be tuned in to watch that game. I hope he can get it going. I know he's in concussion protocol right now, so he might not even play the next game. But, yeah, he's not playing well right now. I think his future's still bright. I think some guys just take a little bit of time, quarterbacks especially, right? Like, it's okay to sit for a year or two. And that might need to be the case with JJ. Now, the Vikings can mess around and bring in Mac Jones, right? He's been playing really well for the 49ers in relief of Brock Purdy when his name's been called. Daniel Jones, I mean, he's on a one-year deal with Indy. So if Indy decides to not bring him back, I mean, he was in Minnesota before, right? So even though he never played for them, but he was in there, he learned the system a little bit, so they could bring him back for a one-year deal.
Right.
So, yeah, man, I think J.J. McCarthy, I think the jury is still out. Like, I think it's too early to say, oh, he's a bust or whatever. Like, no, he's playing bad football right now. No other way to slice it or dice it. He's playing bad football right now. But, I mean, look, if I was a Vikings fan, like, I would understand the frustration because, I mean, that's been their whole thing, right? Yeah. They've been a quarterback away, right?
We've been waiting for you to be the guy.
Right. Like, they've been a quarterback away. You got the best receiver in football in Justin Jefferson. You got a defense, a young defense, led by Brian Flores, who playing lights out, right? You got Aaron Jones in the running game. Yeah, like, I'd understand. Like, I'd understand the frustration 1,000%. You weren't expecting this season to be a down season. You weren't. I wasn't. I was coming in thinking, I'm not going to lie, I thought JJ was going to hit the ground running really with Justin Jefferson and company, but obviously that hasn't happened. And hopefully he can figure it out down the stretch and finish the season strong. But I hope they don't punt on him too soon. Because you see that time and time again, man. I mean, I hope they don't punt on him too soon. I hope Kevin O'Connell really takes the rest of this season and the offseason to just really figure out. Because, that's what he's known for, right? Being the quarterback guru, being able to figure out how to maximize these guys' talents and everything. So I hope he can just really sit down and, man, figure out, like, okay, you know what? Like, we drafted JJ in the first round. I took him for a reason. I believe in his talent. And we just need to figure out how to best make the offense run smoothly for him, right? So he can get Justin Jefferson the ball, so he can get Jordan Addison the ball, TJ Hawkinson, and all them boys, man. And y'all can really start to run it off, man, because, I mean, that's the name of the game, right? In today's NFL, you get a young quarterback on a rookie deal, like, you want to maximize that window. So they obviously want to figure things out. And you don't want to go back to have to draft another quarterback. So, yeah, man, I hope my guy JJ figures it out, man. He's been struggling, but I hope he figures it out.
I hope he doesn't against us.
Yeah,
maybe he'll prove me wrong.
Yeah, we'll see. But before we get on out of here, it's time for What Say You? And this week's topic is brought to us by Orlando himself. You want to give us the little rundown for how you...
The question is, like, what's something that you do that satisfies, like, your inner child? Like, what's something that you do that you maybe always want to do as a kid, or something that, for me, it's... the main thing is buying the shoes that I always wanted when I was a kid, the Jordans that I would always see in the Flight Club magazines, the East Bay magazines, flightclub.com. And
yeah, oh my God, East Bay, man. Yeah, that brings me back.
Buying whatever shoes I can. And
is East Bay still a thing?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I don't still subscribe to the magazine, but I
used to get those magazines all the time.
Actually, I think the website also went down.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's still... Hey, shout out to East Bay. If y'all not running no more, but the real ones know, man. East Bay, man. Whenever football or basketball season came around and you get that magazine in the mail.
Yeah, it went out in 2023. I thought I remembered that for sure. Yeah.
Man. Shout out to East Bay.
Yeah, buying shoes. And then the most, like, random obscure thing is that so, like, growing up, when I would ever, like, watch TV shows, watch movies or something, if there would be a line or, like, just something said in the thing I'm watching that I just didn't hear right or, like, didn't understand, it would, like, drive me crazy. I'd be like, what is that line? Like, what are they saying? And then now as an adult, I'll watch it back and I'll either, like, look it up or, like, turn the subtitles on, and just, like, getting that satisfaction of, like, finally figuring out something that's just been eating at me for years is just like, it's so satisfying. And so that's what made me, like, think of that, is just kind of having something that's been just like a nagging thing that you've just had ongoing for years, and then finally figuring it out, or finally satisfying that curiosity. What about you?
Something that I do as an adult that, how did you phrase it? That brings out my inner child, or satisfies my inner child? I think for me, in a broader sense, I think buying clothes, like, basically being able to shop with the amount of autonomy and freedom, that an adult has with oneself. I mean, literally, like, if I'm on Depop and I see something I like, if I want it, I buy it. You know what I'm saying? And like that, yeah. Like I enjoy, like, oh man, it's coming. I got new clothes in the mail, or you know what I'm saying? I think, oh man. I think that might be the number one thing for me, man. I think part of me wanted to say, playing video games, but honestly, I would say, like, there's a level of frustration that comes with playing video games. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, in NCAA right now, in our online leagues, I am, in our Monstars League, I am the Michigan Wolverines, and I am piss poor this season. I'm 4-2. I've dropped 2 games to the CPU back-to-back. I'm the number 4 ranked Penn State, and then I lost to... What did I lose to last night? UCLA. I lost to UCLA, man. Our offense, it's like the Eagles' offense of 2025, man. We just cannot figure out any continuity at all. I'm praying to God Bryce Underwood doesn't transfer for his senior year, and that really, like, infuriates me. Like, I'm boiling. I was boiling last night. Like, I was so hot last night. Or if I got to play, my coworker Jaquan, because he's in our other league, and I lose to him, and it's like, oh my God, he's just, like, beating my safeties. Like, he just has 99 speed everywhere, and I'm running cover 4, and he's still getting past my safeties who are 20 yards deep, and he's just
South Carolina? Did he have South Carolina?
No, he was Kansas. I'm Houston. He's Kansas.
Because I remember Nick Harbor and the first NCAA was ridiculous.
Unfair. So, yeah, or like, you know, if you're playing Last of Us or if you're playing Call of Duty or whatever, if you're playing a game and as an adult, like, you can't figure this out, you can't beat, like, there is a level of frustration and anger at yourself. It's just like, man, I can't, like, I'm not going to break my own controller or my TV, you know, like other people do, but, like, it's just a level of frustration that you can't understand it unless you've been there before, right? So I almost said video games, but it's like, nah, I feel that as an adult now so much more than I did as a child. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sure. So yeah, I think for me, for sure, it's the buying clothes. It really is just the autonomy of
just being able to buy what you want,
get what you want, right? In reasonable senses, right? Yeah, just being able to get what you want and do what you want. Like, you know, because as a child, you had to wait for mom and dad, or some things you just literally couldn't do because you needed other people.
Facts.
Right? But now it's like, nah, like, you want that, go get it. You want to go do something, go do it. Like, there's no waiting around. There's no waiting on mom and dad. There's no waiting for your brother to, you know, pick you up or do whatever. Like, if you want to go do something, go do it. And you can, and I can. So, yeah, I think the freedom and autonomy that I have as an adult that I yearn for and wish I had as a child, I think that's what satisfies my inner child most.
Nice.
And on that note, it is a wrap on this episode of Birds at the Rodeo. I'm Eric, your resident Eagles fan.
I'm Orlando, the resident Cowboys fan.
And have a happy Thanksgiving, man. Absolutely. Thanksgiving is 2 days away. Turkey Day. I'm Team Ham all day. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, man, everybody have a happy Thanksgiving.
I'm both. We deep fry our turkey, and so it's
my brother. He smokes his turkey.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Hope you guys have a great thing.
Bless you. Bless you.
Oh, my bad. Thank you. Yeah. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy the food. Enjoy your families.
Yep.
Enjoy the time off if you have it, and you know. Thank you guys for all your support.
Yep. You know, don't get into too many food comas. If you're going out shopping for Black Friday, be careful because people are crazy.
For sure.
There's going to be plenty of deals online, and best believe I'm going to be there, brother. I'm going to be in those crates, in those carts online, Amazon, Etsy, whatever. We getting these Christmas gifts today or this weekend. But yeah, man, like Lana said, thanks for the support. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a happy holidays to you all, and you know, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on TikTok, on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, obviously, and you can get us anywhere you can find your podcast. So until next time, peace.
Later.
Jamal with a stroke of genius.